Hi everyone, this is Andrew again. I hope you're having a great day and I hope you're ready for another podcast. So today I'm going to speak to you about something that is interesting to speak about, but it is very fun to do, and that is a bucket list. Now, a bucket list is a list of things that you want to do before you die. Like if I want to travel to Hawaii, or I want to get married and have children, or if I want to travel to the moon. It can be realistic or it can be completely crazy to even think about. And now the reason we call it a bucket list is because the term kick the bucket means to die. And so that put that together, a bucket list. Now, many of you may be familiar with the term kick the bucket, but for those of you who are not, that term comes from when people would be hanging by a noose, like back in the 16 and 1700s, when they would execute people by tying a rope in a noose, and they would be standing on a bucket, and then you would kick the bucket, and that would be what kills them. Which is a little bit of a dark term for such a funny phrase, but kick the bucket is how we speak about death. Now, you would not use this to speak about death in a serious way. Like your grandmother, if your grandmother passes away, your mother would not come up to you and say, "I am so sorry to tell you this, your grandmother kicked the bucket this morning." No. It is more of a lighthearted way to speak about something, to be honest, that is very sad and a little dark to speak about. And that is why we use the term bucket list to speak about that subject in a lighthearted way. Things you want to do. Now, for me personally, I have done a lot of things. I have ridden a motorcycle around India. I have been in fights with monkeys. I have been in an earthquake. I have been in many different countries. I have bartered with gypsies. I have done almost everything. So my bucket list is a little different because it is just have a wife and kids. Like, it is something that I want to do before I die. And so yeah. So that is my bucket list. Some of my friends have bucket lists like, I want to swim with dolphins, or I want to climb Mount Everest, or something crazy. And that is very natural, and that is what usually bucket lists consist of. Now, many of you may know the word consist. That means to be made up of something. Like my lessons with my students consists of new words in English and new phrases. That is what it is made up of. And a bucket list usually consists of things that are very obscure and not normal, like things that you do not usually do. And now, many people will have a bucket list, but to be honest, very few people actually check things off their bucket list. It is more fun to speak about, like your dreams. Now, many of you may have learned about the second conditional, and this is things that you would do hypothetically. Now, I have learned the word hypothetically in Russian, and I believe it is гипотетическая. And so it is hypothetical terms, things that we would love to do. Like, if this happens, I would love to do this. And now for a bucket list, you do not need the if section. You just need, I would love to do this before I die. And so that is what really a bucket list is. But now when something serious happens, like many movies, people will have a near-death experience. Like me, I was declared clinically dead for 15 minutes in 2006. That was a big life experience for me, and that made me want to do my bucket list, and that is why I live like there is no tomorrow. Now, to live like there is no tomorrow is a phrase that means you live, and if you want to do something, you do not wait. You do not hesitate. So yeah, so that is a big difference between if people work on their bucket list or if they do not. So yeah, well, I hope you all enjoyed the lesson and have fun making your bucket list soon. Bye, guys.